office. A real Hamiltonian by heart, that's all that matters. We're proud to say congratulations to Linda Cashan.
Thank you very much. Well, in true Linda Cashan form, I prepared a beautiful speech for this evening. I worked very hard on it. I always do a good job in everything that I do. I put all my effort into it. I'm very creative. I think I do a fabulous job, and then I lose it. I can't find it anywhere. My employees know that their most number one responsibility at Casciano is to find Linda's keys, her phone, and everything else that she misplaces. So just have to wing it tonight. But anyway, when John first came to me and asked me to accept this honor, I was uncomfortable with it, and I actually think I cried because I was so uncomfortable with it. And I thought, well, I thought it was Industry of the Year, and I'm certainly not industry. And he said, no, it's a Business of the Year now, so you are a business. And I said, well, I don't employ a lot of people. I haven't been here for 50 years. You know, I just didn't feel that I deserved it. And he convinced me that I did, and I thought about it, and I said, why do I deserve this? And I decided that it was because I'm not just a business, small business in Hamilton, but I am truly a community of people, and I represent a community, and I represent all of the hard work that we have done to make Hamilton a better town in the past 22 years with Main Street. Little plug for Main Street and all my friends. But a lot of other things go into it. The town of Hamilton has just been a very important part of my life. I kind of came here kicking and screaming 32 years ago. As everyone knows who lives here, it is a wonderful place to live, it's a wonderful place to raise your family, and now it's a wonderful place to have a small business. And why it has worked is because the town of Hamilton, the community, embraced Casciano from the very first minute that I opened my doors. A lot of people would say, well, nobody in Hamilton shops in Hamilton. Well, guess what? Everybody in Hamilton came to Casciano. And they supported me when we didn't really have a lot of businesses downtown. We didn't have all of the new businesses, new flashy businesses that we have now. But we had banks, we had beauty parlor, beauty salons, we had law offices, the local newspaper. We just had other restaurants. We had stuff going on, and all of those people and all of their employees came to Casciano and made me feel like I was important to them. And before we had all these extra shoppers that we have now, walking around town, looking so, chic with their bags and things that go on now. We didn't have that 8 years ago. In fact, we had the beginning of a recession when I started my business. It was literally a recession within 60 days of me opening my doors. Opened November 2007, recession was official in March 2008. But all of those people supported me. I would have given up, I think, if I didn't have their support. And then as the empty buildings were filled and we had all these new, more upscale shops, and another wine bar came, and all the dress shops, and all of those business owners are so important to me, and it's been a privilege to work with them because we really work together every day. Everybody cares about each other and wants everybody to succeed, and that's just so important. When other people come to Hamilton, they're always so envious of that. Like Cassie will go to other Main Street meetings, and she'll talk about all the things that we do in our DCMC, and I'll say, why are you so lucky that you work together? Well, we just do. We work together. Our whole town works together. All the organizations work together. It's just a great town to have a business. So that's why Casciano has succeeded, because you came to me and you didn't go to Starbucks. Thank you. But beyond that, I have to say that I could not be a business of the year unless I had the fabulous employees that I have. Everyone says that their biggest headache is their employees, when you're in business, because, it's hard to find good help, whatever. Well, since the day I opened, I've had good help. And most of the time, I hired them because I knew their parents, and I saw their parents were good people, so I figured their kids were good people, and that sort of worked for me. There's an exception to that, we'll get into that later. But, so I was lucky enough to have employees that stayed for years at a time, and went through high school, went through college, and good examples of that are the Presty girls that are here today. I had first Lauren, who started with me when I first opened, and then she gave her baton to Gina, and these girls worked like crazy, and I knew they were just good people. And I have all these other fabulous employees. I could name all of them. I have my new kitchen 19 employees that are just wonderful and creative, and I respect and admire every single person that I've had work at Casciano. But I have to give a special shout out this evening to my first employee that begged me for a job. She wanted to leave 7-Eleven and come to Casciano, and I didn't know her mother, didn't know her father, didn't know anything about her, but she convinced me that she would always be there. She would always come to work. She would come every day. She had to walk to work. She didn't have a car, and she would be there, rain or shine, snow or sleet. And guess what? She does. That's Tracy Donnell. Sick 3 times. And even when she is sick as a dog, she comes in the morning, and then she says, Linda, I just can't make it through the day. But she is there at 5:30. So when you have someone like that as your assistant, you're very, very lucky. So now I want to thank a couple of other special groups. I already mentioned Main Street. I would not be here if it wasn't for the work that Main Street has done before me and continues to do every day. We are the town we are because of Main Street. Gotta say it's true. Thank you. And then, of course, I have to thank my husband, even though he's only been thanked 5 times. But he allowed me to use our personal. Am I talking too loud? He allowed me to use our personal resources to buy a building that I felt needed to be rescued, and then put a business in it. And most of all, he gave up a very doting wife that he had for many years before that. And he is now the doting husband that helps me and supports me and puts up with a lot of millions of pressures and ideas and crazy stuff that I do and goes along with it.
I have a doting mother-in-law.
So thank you for that, Nick. And my family, my children, who used to have a mom that was free with all her attention and, listened to everything they wanted me to listen to, and now I never have time to listen to anything, but I try as hard as I can. And they are a wonderful part of my life. My daughter Olivia can't be here tonight because she's still at college. She's finishing up her last month, and she worked at Casciano, if you remember, from the time she was 13 years old till 17, and she actually created the bocce mom drink, just for history here. So, let's see. Oh, then we have my sister Lori. And my sister Lori helped me create the branding of Casciano, and she went through months and months of designing and thinking and talking whatever with me, and it was such an important thing because she helped me create something that had, I feel, a real brand. We looked like a chain, and we're not even a chain, because of my sister Lori. The amount of PR and advertising free that she gave me was invaluable, and I wish every business could have that kind of talent behind them. And last but not least, I could not do what I do in my business or my personal life without the help of my mom. She allowed me to lead the crazy life that I lead. And everybody says, how do you do what you do? You're always doing something. Well, I have an assistant, I have Ruth. And she makes everything a catch. First of all, she's adored by my customers. That's number one. And second of all, she makes everything beautiful and delicious and helps me with everything at home. So thank you, Mom, for allowing me to do all the things that I do. And I get the recognition, but it's really because you help me with everything. I really do feel honored by it. Thank you so much. And I'd like to thank the town of Hamilton for being so supportive of a small business that I am. And I'm glad to be a part of our community. A lot of wonderful things have happened in Casciano with first dates, engagements, people studying for their MBAs, and getting what I tell everybody, if you study here at Casciano, you're going to pass. I'm going to pass when I study there. So I take credit for all those, MBA people out there. And medical people and all those people studying there. New businesses have been launched there. First dates and children. We've had 3 children now. Our customers are their third children for a baby. So it's just a very, wonderful feeling to be part of this community. I hope to hear for years to come. Thank you.